All right, welcome back. So today's video is going to be very different from the usual one. It's very spicy. So we're going to make a tier list, and these are all the characters that are currently on JP. And obviously we have loads of characters that we haven't gotten yet on global. So I thought, why not make a tier list that's more visually pleasing? Because I've already made it, not a tier list, but I've made a video talking about which characters I think you should summon for. But I think this is more visually pleasing to see the characters themselves, and we can also put them in a tier list and have some fun with it. So on the tier list itself, you would see in the bin. That means throw it away. Don't think about it. Don't look at it. Just in the bin. If you get it, if you could delete the characters, just do it. And then we have meh. Meh is like the character looks nice, but I wouldn't really simp for the character. And I kind of just want to throw it in the bin, but at the same time I wouldn't. If you get me, I'm not too sure. But then we have simping. Simping is like characters that that you obviously want just to have in your box that looks cool, and you're like, whenever you open your box, you're like, I got that character, nice. You know, those kinds of characters. And then we have whale only characters. Those are gonna be like Fraudrin characters. You need to have 6 out of 6. All the gear bought for them, fully maxed out to UR and everything, like Fraudrin. And then we have down to 0. As it says, down to 0. Basically, those are Lost Vein Meliodas, where you go all in. You want to use all your gems to just get one single copy, or even more. And yeah, so if you could leave a like on this video, I'll greatly appreciate it, and also subscribe to the channel so you can keep yourself updated with the stuff I post. And also be sure to make that it makes sense. Also be sure to not make out. Also be sure to check out my Twitter and Twitch. There will be linked down in the description. So let's just go straight into the video. We will start from the top and see which characters we don't have. Maybe I might miss some. I'm sorry if I do that, but I'll try and do my best here. So let's see. If we start off on the top, we got Bellion. Bellion is a character we don't have on global because he is an what's it called? Movie exclusive character, basically. So Bellion, straight in the bin. Just throw him away. Don't think about him. Don't just look at him. And the same goes with Elliot or Elliot, the Elizabeth one, the Elizabeth lookalike. She's not here, but I'll put it in the bin as well. But just don't think about it. Let's move on. So we got Halloween Elaine. She is an okay character, but I wouldn't really summon for her. Like, she's in the middle, but she's a lolly. You don't want to sim for her, and you don't just want to throw in a bin. So she's kind of like the meh type of character. So put in the meh. Just move on. Maybe we'll change up the tier list as we are done. But for now, we're gonna put them like this. So let's see. We got Red Diane. Isn't she also a tosser? She's also a tosser. I'm pretty sure. Red Diane. She's good. Just in the bin. Just don't think about it. I haven't seen her used in JP. Throw her away. Don't think about her. I don't see anyone use her. I don't think she's as good a character. I'm pretty sure we don't have her on global. A Red Giant Diane. Let's move on. We obviously just got Lost Vein. We have Derriere as well. Gloxinia. Gloxinia is a character we don't have because we'll just throw it in the bin if we get it. I know there's a Gloxinia that's good. I'm not too sure if it's the red or the green one. But there's one of the Gloxinias that's kinda okay. But it's still put in the bin. Like, they aren't used, they aren't really good. They might be good in the meta when they release on global, but like, these aren't the characters you want to spend your gems on. Unless you obviously really like the characters. Go ahead, spend all the gems you want. Maybe we should make a tier list for that. I mean, maybe we should make a tier. Well, why did it do that? I wasn't supposed to do that. Nope. You go up. You move. Why is it doing that? Go down. Down. Go up. And go up. There we go. Some difficulties, but I'm not too sure. It's my first time using tier maker. But maybe we can have, I'm not too sure, like category for characters you really like. I'm not too sure. Maybe that's also called simping. But I wouldn't really recommend going for Gloxinia, basically. So let's move on. We got these Dianes. We got Monspeed. I think it's Green Diane we don't have. I don't know. Is it Green Diane? I'm not too sure if it's red or green Diane, but I'm just gonna throw both of them in the bin. We probably do have Green Diane. If we don't have it, just also throw her in the bin. They aren't good. Any of the Dianes aren't really necessarily any good. I wouldn't think about it. Like I wouldn't spend any gems. Then we have Zaratraz. Zaratraz for JP came out when a boss came out. I can't really remember. It was a vent, and he was good for that only. So for that reason alone, I wouldn't really go for him. Like obviously he's meh. We don't have any other Zaratras. We only have one type of Zaratras, so he's nice looking and he can be used for an event. So I'll kind of put him in the meh, but I wouldn't summon for him if he came out. So put him in the bin. Just throw him away with him. I wouldn't summon for him like necessarily, even though he's useful for the event. I wouldn't go there only unless you're a whale. You just probably get every single character. So we got the other Gluxinia in the bin. Go away. Whoop, wouldn't summon. Don't think about it. So we got Belenti. Blue Valenti. She is actually, if you want to, like, she's a character you want to simp for. She's nice, but you wouldn't go for, so put in a meh. Like, there's a character you want to throw in the bin, but also simp for. So we put in the meh category for now. I don't think she's good. So we have the 7-day, not the 7-day attack, not that's slime collab. Then we have Ludicrous. Wait, his name is Ludicrous. Was it Ludichill? Ludichill. Sorry, Ludichill, not Ludicrous. That's the rapper. So we've got Ludichill. Ludichill is a character I'm gonna be simping for. I don't know why. I just really like him. Not like not in that way, but I just think he's a great character. I'm not too sure. I don't think he's super good, but his grace is very nice. He gives that grace to he gives a grace to a character, even though you put him as a link. So I think he is a character I would be simping for and getting, but I wouldn't really necessarily go down to 0 for him. Like I can't. He's not a character you need 6 out of 6, I think, but I wouldn't go down to 0 for him. So I'll put him in simping. I would really like to get him. So we've got Zeldris. Zeldris. The blue Zeldris, he is a very difficult one here because he's a great character overall. I would like him because he's just Zeldris, you know. But he does lack in the crit facility or the department because he's supposed to crit a lot, but apparently he does not crit. But he's a character I would like to simp for because, and the reason is red Zeldris is actually great or good. And if I get blue Zeldris, I can get more costumes. I don't know. I'll probably like do a few summons for blue Zeldris if he does come out, but I wouldn't really go down to 0 or think about wailing on him. And I can't throw him in the bin or put him in meh. He has to stay in simping. So where was we? Here. I have all these characters. He just came to global. Okay. I can't remember her name. She is. What is it? It's Gloxinia's sister. I'm not too sure what she is. I can't remember. But she's in the bin. Just not good. Those are these characters they just come out to put them out, you know, but they aren't good. She's like a hawk pass type of character. Like she'd be put it in the hawk pass and never seen again in the dustbin. You wouldn't see her. She'd dust up in a corner there. You shouldn't think about it. Then we also have Matrona. Matrona is a character you can obviously put in simping, um, or in the bin. Like I haven't like she isn't used. She isn't good. Or I'll actually put in a bin. You can obviously put it in a mare if you like, if you want to sim for, but she isn't a character would necessarily summon for or go in for. Like, oh, let's put it this way. For be more visually, like in the bin, I wouldn't even use one summon. Maybe one gem, maybe one gem. Yeah, I would use one gem for them if they had like a banner where it's like one gem in the first try, not 31 gems. It has to be one gem. Mech characters is like I can summon. No, I can't summon for you. I just can't summon for Elaine, so I just got to put in the bin. Valenti, I could use like okay, if she had a step up, I would use 31 gems for her. I think yeah, I'll use 31 gems for her. So I'll put it in meh. Simping is characters I would use like let's say 240 gems for a guaranteed like usually original character banner where you have to use 240 gems. I can use that amount. Um, and whale only. That's characters you have to get 6 out of 6. So I don't think I'm gonna put anything there because I'm not gonna really whale. Like these characters are only good if you whale on them. Obviously, almost every character, not every character is good if you whale on them. And then down to zero's characters, I would use 900 or more gems for basically. So if we take a look at, we're getting Eastern actually tomorrow on the 22nd of September. She's a character I'll put in there as well. I would certainly go 31 gems for her. I'll summon the first two summons on her, because I wouldn't really go 240 gems for her. I don't think Blue Eastern is worth it. I'd rather wait for Green Eastern if I want to put some gems in. So yeah, not gonna do that. Definitely not. So if we move on the list, we just got him. Shin. Shin is another story. Shin is definitely another story. I would definitely be simping for him. He's so different from the game. Like I just like him. He's very different. He's very flamboyant and everything. I just don't know. He stands out as like an edgy anime character. I would definitely go for him. Simping 240 gems. I don't know why. He just gets that vibe to me. You know that connection, that spark chemistry between us. I'm not so sure. 240 gems. So when he does release, you'll probably see a video. Zeldris, I'm still kind of thinking like the blue one. I want to put him in meh. I'll put Zeldris in meh. I can't go 240 gems for blue Zeldris. Put him down. I just thought about it. I can't go 240 gems for him. So if we move on the list, red fat. Oh no. We moved too far. We got Goddess Elizabeth. So Goddess Elizabeth in itself, or her in itself, I'm not too big of a fan. But since she is so utterly broken when she will be released, I would definitely go down to zero for her. She will be so broken, like she would change the game up like just Lost Vein did to global, and the same thing will Elizabeth do. She'd do it for the worse, I think, because she comes with a mechanic that I'm too great. Or the character itself, she has so many annoying features, but since she is so game changing, I would still go down to zero for her, like Lost Vein. So yeah, she's a character I'll go down to zero for 100%. I'll go for 900 gems to get a single copy, but probably not more than that. So if we move on, Hawk, easily, easily down to zero, easily. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, really. Like, he's a character, I'm not too sure how good he is, but I don't think you can really use him. I wouldn't really throw Hog in a bin, or he deserves to be in a bin. There's like trash he can eat. I don't know. He can eat the rest over the leftovers. I wouldn't really summon for Hog unless you actually really like the character. We can just for the funs put him in the simping. But I kind of wouldn't really go for him. He's a very nice character. Like he's a character you would want just to have in your box to be like, I have Hawk. You know, that's the type of character he is. So if we move on to the list, Red Fat King, we don't have him, I think so. But if you do, nonetheless, in the bin, he isn't good. His character you just throw in the bin. Don't think about it. Then Mono, just in the bin. Really? No, wait, she's the Mono we already have. I thought there was new Mono that JP just got. Sorry. So we move on to the list. We got Red Zeldris. Red Zelda is a character I'm simping for. He is kind of also in the whale only, I think. He's a good character if you also have a lot of copy. The same goes with Ludiciel, to be quite honest. I think these characters, they can fit in whale only as well. But I'm gonna just fit them in simping because these other characters I would recommend you actually go summon for at least or try to get the units, but I wouldn't really recommend going like really deep into the summoning. If you're obviously a free to play player, But these are characters I would like to get. Red Zelda is actually very good, so he's a character I would like to go at least 240 gems for. So if we move on, we got the fake ass looking ass Elizabeth in the bin like Belliard. You can just go beside Belliard in the bin. Don't think about it. We move on. Just forgot we spoke about her. Roxy, on the other hand, she's an entire different story. She's a character we would simp for. No, I'm just kidding. Like Roxy is a in the bin character, but you want to summon for her. Try you kind of want to summon, like, use 31 gems to try and get her because you want to run her around as your main character. Just buy that one costume, run her around as your main character. She's that kind of character, obviously. So I'll put her there. She isn't good uh, in the game. Like, you can't really use her for anything. Where you don't have other characters that aren't better. So obviously, if you're low in gems or don't have gems, just don't summon for her. But the reason I put her there is because I could think about using 31 gems for her because she is a luscious, busty character. So that's why I'm putting her in meh and not simping, because I definitely would not go deep for her. That may sound wrong. Blue Fraudrin. I don't think we have him. I think he's a world type of character. I'm not too sure. We're just gonna put him in the bin. Um, I think the green one is the one we just got on global is the one you whale out for. Red Elizabeth. We haven't gotten her yet. Have we? Yeah, we got her. We just got her with the 6 characters. Not bad. Blue Barn. Isn't that the one? We do have a Blue Barn, don't we? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have him. Let's see. Droll. Droll. I'm not too sure which Droll it is, but there is a Droll that is good if you wail out on him. I actually wasn't aware there was 2 Drolls, but I'm pretty sure that there is a Droll that's kind of good. And I think he is worth maybe summoning for putting simping. I'm not too sure which one it is, but I do know he's good if you have him. Obviously, more dupes into him, the better he gets. And obviously with Awakening as well, but that's changed, so another topic. But I think he's a whale only character. Obviously, he's good in itself, but I do think he's better if you have loads of more copies in him. Let me quickly check. Not Dragon Ball Space. What is it called? 7 Deadly Sins. Grand Cross. Let's check here. Not the forum. Is it this one here? No, I went into the site itself. That's not the database I want to look at. That's the other database. There we go, Grand Cross database. So we want to look at characters. We look at Droll here. Look at both roles. This is the green one. So yeah, the blue one looks to be more viable in PvP, but I do still think, let me check the multiplier. 630 inflicts charge damage. Nah, he isn't. The more copies wouldn't actually do better for him. So, but he's an okay character. I wouldn't really go deep for him. But you can put him in meh, or just actually in the bin. You decide for yourself. I wouldn't really go for him. I wouldn't summon and Droll unless he's utterly broken for some reason on global in the meta. And yeah, so let's just move on. We got Halloween Meliodas in the bin. Don't think about it. Terrible character. He's so bad. We don't have this Elaine as well. I think so. 2, I'm not too sure. Do we have 3 Elaines or is it 2 Elaines? If we don't have her, just throw her in the bin. She's good as well. Then we have Green Eastern. She's a character I will definitely be simping for. Like, very different from Blue Eastern. Green Eastern is very good. Let's go into characters. Why do I search Green Eastern? I just have to Eastern. So let's quickly take a look at the differences between these. So as you can see, this is Green Eastern. You can see how good she is for PvP, and blue Eastern is only mostly used for red. So the thing is, with green Eastern, she obviously has increases all allies' pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage by 5% per debuff of on enemies. She can inflict weak point, and she can disable recovery skills on enemies for 2 turns, and she can prevent ultimate move gauges from filling up for 2 turns, and she can also and decrease attack by 20%. Like this card here is broken, like well, not broken, maybe broken, I'm not too sure, but it's very, very, very good for PvP at least. As you can see, that's also the majority use for her. So that's why I will definitely going in for Eastern. And also, she's a character you want to be simping for. Like, it's a character you want. It's a character I definitely want in my box. If we move on, Camille. Oh, Camilla, something like that. She's a character that isn't good, but she's just like Roxy and Valenti. Like, it's characters you just want in your box. But no other thing, like they don't have any other uses really. And there is a thing, like there is a point in JP where all these original characters come into one banner, so you can save for that. That's also an idea. I'm not too sure when that banner will release on global, because we only have about 4 original characters now, whereas JP has dozen of them now, or not a dozen, but a loads of original characters that we're still missing. So if you want to try and at least get one of them in that banner, you can do that as well. But I will definitely try and maybe get Camille maybe in the bin. Like, she can't be used. The same thing with Roxy. These are characters I just want to have. Try and get with 31 gems. Why the hell not? So we got Blue Helbram in the bin. Don't think about it. He isn't good. So, if we move on to Blue King, another festival exclusive character, just like Goddess Elizabeth, he's a character that is also utterly, utterly broken. And I would definitely, without a doubt, go for him down to 0. Don't think about it. Just instant summon, 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 summon. Just blindly summon for him. I would definitely, definitely go down to 0 for Blue King here. And he works perfectly with the next unit, which is also a character I'll be simping for. It's just Demon Hendrickson. He's a very, very nice looking character. I like the base model of the character himself, the skins he has, and he works perfectly with Blue King. So definitely, for sure, without a doubt, also summon for him at least 240, but he will most likely be in the same banner as Blue King. So most likely get him there as well. And JP also got 1 copy of him for free. So we might as well, or we might get that 2 on global, hopefully. So yeah, he's a great, great character, or a fantastic character with Blue King. The synergy works perfect. So then we have Mono. Mono, don't like her. She, like, the character itself looks very, very nice. But she's just not good. She's just not good. And the same goes with Camille, Roxy. I can't Blue. These like I can't. I just thought about, like, if I don't put Mono up here, because I really, really like her weapons, like the swords and katanas. I'm a huge fan of katanas. Um, but I wouldn't really see myself summoning for them. So I'll put these 4 down in the bin because they aren't good characters, but obviously if you want them, you can summon for them, but I wouldn't really summon for them because they aren't useful in any areas. Like, let me check Blue Valenti here. I'm pretty sure Valenti isn't useful as well. Let's see what... Isn't that... Oh, that's an I. That's how you spell her. Let's see, Valenti... She's terrible. Like, Green Valenti is more useful. You can use her better. Like, she's... Nah, wouldn't summon for her, wouldn't summon for her. So, if we move on to the last character, she's a character that I would definitely be simping for. I will get her guaranteed. Another original character, which is Awakened Lilia. She's so good, and she looks so insane. Let's take a look at her. Lilia, the red one, Awakened. What does it say? It doesn't say anything about her. Is that the same page I'm on? Yep. Okay, so apparently they haven't made anything for her, but if we check out her passive, she applies corrosion debuff on enemies with 3 or less ultimate move gauge. So basically, in every single PvP match, most likely, yeah, she is gonna basically debuff them. because you can't start with 4 unless you're lucky enough to get a card combine, I think. So he's definitely most likely going to apply corrosion and move gauge orbs for 2 turns. So you can't, I think, move cards together. Is that what it's meant? And she reduces attacks of enemies with 5 or more ultimate move gauge by 10% for 2 turns. And her cast just seems very broken. Like, she inflicts damage and also heals the lowest ally. So, like, the thing is, she attacks, but she also protects. You get me? That's what I really like about her as well. She can deplete ultimate move gauge. She can do 250% with it and 400% with this rank 3. And also her multipliers. They're okay, but it's still very nice. And she also removes buffs on all enemies, just like the Hellbrim we have. I think it's Red Hellbrim or just Green Hellbrim, like where his ultimate also removes basically everything. So this is going to be the tier list. We don't have anything else to add on. I'm pretty sure these are all the characters we currently do not have on global. If I missed anything out, I'm sorry, but this is what I've gotten. So if you take a look at the tier list itself, these characters you definitely want to go down for 0 for them, even whale out for them where you want to get them 6 out of 6. So they can put in the same character or the same category. You can basically put them both here. These are characters you definitely want to get 6 out of 6. So if we look at the simping, these two are characters you can go 4 out of 6 for. Like, they're very, very nice, and they're characters I would definitely summon for. So, and especially like if we have to go in order, this is what I would prefer to get the characters in. Just like so. Maybe Henrik isn't there. There we go. And yeah, these are in the bin. Just if you see any of these characters, don't summon for them unless you like one of the characters. Go all in by any means. Like, if you like the character, you have to summon for this. At the end of the day, you have to enjoy the game. And if you don't want a certain character, but you just summon for it because it's good, that might not be the best route. But at the end of the day, if you do like the character, summon for. Like, the thing is with Elizabeth, I'm not the biggest fan. Like, it is very nice that it's got Elizabeth, uh, but she is so utterly broken. Like, you you just have to summon for her. But King, he is a nice character. I do like him, the way his kid is and how he looks and everything. So that's why I want to go for him. And he's also just utterly broken. Like, festival exclusive characters, they are overwhelmingly good. But obviously, if you like the characters, go for them. Like, just like me, I like Awaken Lilia. She's so smacking busted. I like her. And the same with, I was about to say Ludacris again, with Ludishell. I just something about him. And the same with Zeldris and all these other characters. But Hawk, I gotta put you down there. So this is the tier list. If you came this far, please make sure to comment down simping for, or we simp for Lilia, Awaken Lilia. And also be sure to leave a like on this video, and also subscribe to the channel to keep yourself updated with the content I post. And also make sure to check out my Twitter and Twitch. They'll be linked down in the description. I'll be playing some Genshin Impact next week. I think it is when it's going to release. And I'll see you next time. Peace.